It all started with the tomatoes. This summer, my backyard garden became my pride and joy. Rows of tomatoes, cucumbers, and peppers flourished thanks to an inexpensive automatic hose timer I attached to the spigot. Every morning at 6 a.m., the timer would click on and water the beds. Perfect system. Except apparently it wasn't perfect for Marjorie. Marjorie, our HOA president, believes every inch of the neighborhood belongs to her clipboard. She claims to care about water conservation, but somehow I doubt her campaign had anything to do with the fountain she installed in her front yard last month. One morning, I walked outside to find my plants bone dry. The timer had been twisted completely off, the hose coiled neatly beside the spigot. At first I thought it was an accident. Maybe the kids next door bumped it? I reattached it. 2 days later, it was gone again. This time there was a note in perfect cursive. Unapproved equipment removed. HOA. That's when I checked the security camera on my porch. There was Marjorie at 5:55 a.m., crouched like a cat burglar, unscrewing my hose timer, wagging her finger at my garden, and walking away with a smug little march. I marched over to her house with the footage on my phone. "Why are you messing with my garden hose?" I asked. "That device is not HOA approved," she said, hands on her hips. "It's a timer. It waters my plants. It violates the uniform appearance of the neighborhood," she sniffed. "It's attached to the back of my house. No one can even see it. You'll thank me when your water bill goes down," she said. I warned her not to touch my property again and left. I figured that was the end of it. The next morning, I found my hose turned on full blast, flooding the patio. The timer was dangling in the mud. This time I called her. "This is harassment," I said. "Touch my hose again and I'll involve the police." "You wouldn't dare," she said and hung up. That evening, I reinstalled the hose timer, tightened it, and went inside. At 6 a.m. the next morning, my phone pinged with a motion alert. There she was again, creeping up my driveway with a wrench in hand. I went outside. "Caught in the act," I said. She froze, hose in hand. "This is community property," she barked. "It's literally my house." Then, unbelievably, she pulled out her phone and dialed 911. "Yes, hello," she said loudly. "There's a hostile resident threatening me while I'm enforcing HOA regulations." The dispatcher must have been confused, because 2 officers showed up within minutes. After hearing my side, I showed them the video footage of her tampering with my property. The officers looked at her. "Ma'am, you can't touch his hose or any of his property. That's trespassing." "But it's unapproved," she cried. "That's a civil issue. You can't use 911 for HOA complaints," one officer said. They wrote her up with a warning for misuse of emergency services and told her if she set foot on my property again, I could press charges. Of course, she called an emergency HOA meeting the next day. Agenda: unregulated water devices threaten our community. Her slideshow included a blurry photo of my hose, a stock image of a flooded street, water waste, a slippery slope. The board chair interrupted. "Marjorie, you trespassed. He can have a hose." The board voted 7-1 that homeowners could use timers and hoses however they pleased, as long as there were no leaks. I've since bought a second timer, just because I can. And I added a sign to the spigot: "Hands off my hose." 911 already knows. Now my tomatoes are thriving, my security footage is peaceful, and the only thing dry around here is Marjorie's sense of victory.